Let me zoom in because you might see my belly. Alright guys, so I finally decided to finish this kit. Maybe. See, this is my Shinmusha Gundam. I've been working on this sporadically here and there since last September. I think the main reason that it's taken me so long in finishing this is because I've gotten a little too, I want to say, ambitious with this build when I shouldn't be. You know, it's just a bad decision on my part because it's gotten a little too complicated for my set of skills that I have. I am a very basic, very noobish Gunpla builder, and I am biting into something that's a little bit way too much for me, but you know, it doesn't hurt to be ambitious sometimes, you know? So like I said, I've been working at this since last September. It looks very good already. It's just that I don't know. It's just there's something about the kit that's just making me lazy to do it. But now I am more motivated than usual into finishing this. As you can see, I've already done almost 50% of the build already. I just have the limbs and the backpack and the weapons for him, and then I'm done. I am hoping this will be my best work so far, and it's looking like it, at least in my perspective. I don't really care about other people's opinions, so so with that said, I also want to use this build here since I can't do my fancy budget Studio G imitation when it comes to filming a cinematic montage of my build. I am just gonna try to do like little mini tutorials while I am finishing this kit up. I am gonna be talking about my way of scribing. You know, some people like to put more details on their kits, some people don't. I'm one of those that likes to put a lot more details on my kit than usual so that it doesn't look so plain, you know, and that's where I turn to scribing when it comes to adding details to my kit. What is scribing? What it is essentially is you just carving lines to add in some details on your kits, because sometimes the kits that you have looks plain and you want to add some more to it to make it not look so plain. That's like the basic gist of it. I am not a freaking Gunpla expert, even though sometimes I claim to be. You know, I don't really care. I think I'm an expert already. I'm just saying, you know, don't judge me. So what I want to talk about is how I scribe on my kits. There's some, you can watch other videos online and see how they do their stuff. You can watch mine too. You know what I'm saying? To take some tips from me. Not that you have to. I am not an expert, but I would like to think that I kind of know what I'm talking about, since this is like what I want to say 10th or 11th or 12th kit that I've been customizing on already. But you know, sometimes you accumulate knowledge like it's nothing, and that's me. You know, I don't know if I'm making sense anymore. I'm just babbling already. All right, so let's get started. This is Scribing 101 from a noob's perspective, I guess. What do you need for scribing? You need a sanding stick. I prefer to use the 600 sand grit, a scribing tape right here. Don't mistake it for a regular Scotch tape. Those doesn't work. You have to go online or go to a hobby store to find yourself to buy these things here, because what differentiates this from regular tape is it's much thicker than a Scotch tape. So if you try to scribe with a Scotch tape, it's not gonna work. Pencil right here. I use pencil or pen maybe. I use this to draw my lines first to see if I'm gonna like it. And then finally, my scribing tool. This is, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I bought this with my own money. This is the MadWorks, I think it says scribing handle. And then you buy this, you buy the little knife, the whatever size you like right here. Autofocus right here. And then you attach that into the handle right there. So this is gonna be a quick video. Let's not make this complicated, because this is just the very basic of how to scribe on your Gunpla. Let me zoom out a little bit here without showing my belly too much. Boom. So so first step when you're gonna scribe, okay? You wanna know what your design is gonna look like on the plastic. If it's gonna look cool or not or anything. You wanna see that before you actually start scribing. So with that said, I always draw my panel lines first before I actually start scribing. That's where the pencil comes into play. What this pencil does is it lets you draw on the plastic, and then you could see what your design is gonna look like on your kit before you actually start scribing. Okay. See, I just drew something on there. I don't know if people could see that right there. I chose to add in more details like that into my plastic. First step, right? Let me center that a little bit. Next step, once you're done drawing your design and you like it, you then apply your scribing tape. I don't care what you say, you should just do it. There's no one in this world that I know that can scribe straight lines without a guiding scribing tape, whatever you want to call it. There's nobody. If there is, refer them to me. I will call them the Gunpla scribing god. Otherwise, there's no way. There's no way. There's nobody that can draw a simple straight line on their kits at all. Once you're done applying your tape to the desired spot that you would like to start scribing on, the next thing you do, let me shine my bright light there, is start scribing. This is the most crucial part of the process. Do not put a lot of muscle when you're scribing, all right? You do not have to apply a lot of force when you're scribing, okay? You don't have to. Damn, it's hard to center this, huh? All you gotta do is repeatedly, with a very light hand, just repeatedly draw the line on it. And eventually, you will create that line that you desire. And then you will be able to draw your line easily once it's deep enough. So now I'm going to show you guys what I mean about a very light hand, okay? Don't use a lot of force, because you might make a mistake and you can't fix it again, you know? So we're going to get started here. I am not doing, I'm not using a lot of force in there. I'm just drawing my lines, right? Drawing my lines drawing the line right. Oh, let me go this way because I prefer to go this way. For some unknown reason, I can't scribe that way. So I'm gonna draw my line here. My hands are shaky. It's shaking right now. You know, you guys know why? It's because I drank too much caffeine. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, very light to no force when you're starting to draw your scribes. Okay, you don't use Superman freaking force in here because you might fuck up and then you'll be like, God damn it, and it's gonna be hard for you to fix it. You know, if that happens, it's gonna be hard for you to fix it. So use very light force or any force at all, because even this takes time, guys. This is not something that you just do easily, especially on small parts of the build. Okay, right there. So now that I think I've made a deep enough scribes on my kit, I could maybe remove that tape now and then start working on the other parts. I think I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna follow the line. I'm just gonna go this one right here. I just want to make that low gap right there, you know. I do that. So now lightly scribe it. You don't have to put any force on it. Just keep doing it. Eventually you will get deep enough in there to where you can remove the tape, and then it'll be easy. Okay, it'll be easy to do this. So now that I think that the lines that I've made are deep enough, I'm gonna remove the tape, and now I'm gonna do the vertical side right here, right? Because that's the design that I elected to do. It's kind of hard to see because of this pencil, but we'll take that out once we're done with this thing here. So now I am on the vertical side of the design. Come on, right here. So we're gonna work on our scribing again here. So very light force, or maybe no force at all when you're doing this, when you're scribing. You know, don't put a lot of muscle. If anything, don't put any muscle at all when you're doing this. Am I still centered? Yes, I am. So light work, okay? No, not a lot of muscle. Just follow the scribing tape there, straight up. Just keep doing it. You might develop carpal tunnel, but it's worth it in the end, all right? It's really worth it in the end. My freaking head hurts. So now I'm gonna remove my tape, right? That's what it kind of looks like. You can't see it because of the pencil, but it's there. So now I am gonna reinforce my lines by scribing it over and over again till I think it's good enough. As you can see, the thickness of the plastic is not that much, so don't be putting in a lot of force, because you might actually break it off. Okay, so now that I've established my scribes already, I could just keep working on it right there. Now you can connect the lines, right? Whoop. I can't see. Hold up. Am I still centered? Yes, I am. You know, doing tutorials is so hard. You guys should give kudos to those people that have been giving you guys tips, okay? Because now that I am doing this kind of videos right here, I'm kind of regretting it, because this is very hard to do on camera. Usually I would have this on my belly and I'd be scribing that way, not out there and stuff. There you go. I think I've done a good enough job drawing this. Let me run through it a little bit more here. Now that I think I've done enough a deep enough scribe on my plastic, I could just erase it with a pencil. Okay, with my eraser, I could just erase it with my pencil eraser right here. And then, you know, it's not the best, it's not my best work. I don't know if people could see this. It's not my best work. Right there, I just wanted to show you guys what it kind of looks like, right? And then, as you can see, it kind of looks rough, right? Like there's like some lines in there that doesn't belong because I made a couple of mistakes while I was scribing. So that's where your sanding grit comes into play. What this is like your plastic eraser, I guess. If you made a deep enough line and you made some mistakes along the way you're doing that, this sanding your kit will erase those mistakes, because the lines where you made a mistake on, they're not deep enough. So what your sanding stick will do is it's gonna scrape those off, right? It's gonna take off some of those plastics and it's gonna erase all your mistakes. And it's also gonna make your design look smoother. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right now. It looks kind of rough, right? I don't know, this light is not doing it justice of how shitty that scribe work looked like right there. It kind of looks crappy, right? So now I'm gonna sand it to fix it. And you don't have to sand it by a lot. You could just sand it by a little bit there. And then now you'll see your hard work right there. It made that white line there. So that white line is the specks of your plastic and it just went into the crevices that you made on the plastic there. And you can use that appearance there of that line to see if you did a good enough job. I have a little bit of mistake right there, so I think I should sand some more to take that off. So we're gonna do this again. And now it's kind of not there anymore, right? It looks a little bit better right there. So what I could also do is, you know, brush this off first. Do I have a toothbrush here to clean that off? I'm gonna clean that off a little bit. I'm gonna reinforce those lines again to make it deeper, because when I was sanding the plastic, it kind of took off some of the plastic that I've already had in there. I don't know if I made sense right there, but eventually you'll know what I'm talking about. English is my second language anyways. So pardon me for you fluent English speakers out there. Boom. So I've reinforced that line again right there without making a mistake or a lot of mistake at all. Remember, you don't have to put a lot of force in there. Don't do it, because you're gonna be prone to making mistakes when you use all your freaking Goku muscles and stuff. Don't do it. So now that I've reinforced that same line that I've already made, I'm gonna sand it again so that I can erase that little small mistake that I've there, that little speck. I don't know if people can see that, but that's my mission. That's why I keep sanding this thing here. And then eventually you're gonna get rid of that mistake and then it's gonna look smooth. And then boom, here you go. Here's your scribe line right there that you just made. Okay? I think I did a good enough job of showing you guys how to scribe the noob way. I'm pretty sure you can find other YouTubers that could do a pretty good job, but since you're already in my channel, you might as well watch me do it to see if you like my process of scribing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing like mini tutorials. Let me just drink some of my juice there. So I'm gonna be doing, like I said, I'm gonna be doing like little mini tutorials on my way to finishing this build right here, and I hope it benefits anybody that's trying to get into customizing their kits more advanced, other than just painting. And hopefully this little very basic Gunpla tutorial about scribing helps anybody out. That's the goal. So that's it for me. Subscribe if you like. Everybody stay safe, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully I finish this in about a month or two. Peace.